So hey guys, today we are going to figure out what Altergeist does. And the reason being, I have a royal multi-faker, so I guess it's worth looking to see if Altergeist is playable and what they do. So let's read multi-faker first, I guess. So let's see if we can figure out the Altergeist strategy. So if you activate a trap card except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summon, you can special summon one Altergeist monster from your deck in defense position. Except for Altergeist Multi-Faker, you cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect, except for Altergeist monsters. So noticeably with Multi-Faker here, this locks you, like super locks you. So this is like a branded fusion type lock where you can only fusion summon for the whole turn. In this case, you can only summon Altergeist cards, so there will be no DBE or anything if you activate Multi-Faker. And that technically means we can't activate like a Shade Brigandine or anything like that to trigger Multi-Faker. So my question here is pretty simple. So how am I supposed to activate Multi-Faker turn 1? Yeah, I can't really figure it out. Well, anyways, moving on. Let's see. Oh, this card can. But I can't like I don't think this is activatable, is it? If this card was set by the effect of an Altergeist card, you can activate it the turn it was set. When this card is activated, send one Altergeist monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay. When your opponent activates a trap card, you can send one Altergeist monster from your hand to the graveyard, negate the effect, and if you do, destroy that card. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. But this doesn't really do that much for you, does it? Huh. Send one Altergeist monster here, and then send an Altergeist monster here. So, to, like, bare minimum, already to negate a single trap card, we need to send two Altergeist cards, and we need so that's one Altergeist here, one Altergeist here, and then the third Altergeist. Like assuming we're activating this in one turn, that'd be three Altergeist cards. Yeah, like what? And this is only from hand. This cannot be from field, which some of them allow, I think. So you can't do that. All right, when this card is activated. Uh-huh. So, alright, for the time being, Altergeist, Biffinelag. Monsters your opponent controls cannot target Altergeist monsters you control for attacks except for Altergeist. Biffinelag, also your opponent cannot target Altergeist monsters you control with card effects except for Altergeist. Biffinelag. This is only monsters and not just cards. Like Mikanko is just cards, period, so you can't target their back row either. Annoying, but you know, it is what it is. And I guess this is what you would use to make Altergeist Dragverion. When an opponent's special summon monster declares an attack, specifically has to be special summoned. Weird. Declares an attack, you can return one Altergeist monster you control to the hand, negate that attack, so that condition's not that bad. But it could, like, if you need this to trigger, your opponent doesn't need to do this at all. This card is attributed and sent to the graveyard. You can special summon this card. So just period. Okay. And you can only use each effect once per turn. So you can at least use both effects, it's not that bad. So we have Altergeist. Hextia gains attack equal to the original attack of each Altergeist monster it points to. When a spell, trap card, or effect is activated quick effect, you contribute one Altergeist monster this card points to, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Altergeist card from your deck to your hand. Okay. So that's Hextia, and then we have Prime Banshee here. Okay. During the main phase quick effect, you contribute one other Altergeist monster. Special summon one Altergeist monster from your deck to your zone this card points to. This card is sent from the field to the graveyard. You can target one Altergeist card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. What? Oh, okay. Add it to your hand. We have Dolga and Memrigan. Okay. Hidalgo. When another Altergeist monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you target one monster in their graveyard, special summon it to your zone this card points to, but each turn it cannot attack unless this card has already declared an attack that turn. This card is destroyed by battle, and target one Altergeist card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Interesting, okay. Altergeist Memory Game. During the battle phase, you contribute one other monster. This card gains attack equal to the attributed monster's attack on the field. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls, and if you do, this card can make a second attack in a row. This card would be destroyed. You can banish one monster from your graveyard instead. So noticeably, I'm not noticing any locks on the extra deck monsters so far. So, okay, I guess. Do any of these guys special summon any of your guys back? Special summon from deck, from Banshee. No. I think Dolga. Dolga's attack is really low, right? This is just performing battle damage. Okay. Then we have Personal Spoofing. I think this was one of the best cards, for whatever reason. Once per turn, you can shuffle one Altergeist card from your hand or face up from your field into the main deck. Add one Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand. And then we have Altergeist Protocol. So this card's actually kind of trash. The activation effects of Altergeist cards activated on your field cannot be negated. So this specifically just means your activation cannot be negated. Okay. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can send one other face-up Altergeist card you control to the graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. I guess that part is good, I suppose. Card once per turns, though. So the first effect does not stop Ash Blossom Joe Spring. So if we're like looking at, I guess. So let's say activate Protocol, and then we have activate Personal Spoofing. That this will always lose to Ash. You can't get rid of Ash here. I'm not sure exactly what this effect is useful for. I guess maybe against the Baron or something. Sure. Altergeist. Amulet Elf. Special summon this card as an effect monster, also still a trap. If summoned this way while it is in the monster zone, other Altergeist traps you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can target them with card effects. Not that bad of a card, I guess. But whatever. Altergeist Failover. If another card or cards you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon one Altergeist monster from your hand, and banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Altergeist monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Wait, what does this do for you? No idea what this does for you, honestly. We'll just throw it in. Marionetter. When this card is normal summon, you can set one Altergeist trap directly from your deck, so this can't be Ash. You can target one Altergeist card you control and one Altergeist monster in your graveyard. Send that card on the field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon that other monster from your graveyard. What's it say exactly? That doesn't have to special summon in defense, so this can special summon back the Link monsters. Okay. It's probably used for a combo that way, and this is an ignition, so you can do this like every single turn. Target an Altergeist card you control and one Altergeist monster in graveyard, send that card on the field. But it does require you to send that card to the graveyard. Okay. So, alright. We can't do, for example, target with Marionetter to send, I guess in this case, let's say Multi-Faker and then spoofing to put back Multi-Faker. That's just not something we can do. Right then, moving along. Altergeist couldn't carry. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, if you control an Altergeist card, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, negate that attack. If this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up card. When controls negate the effects of that card while it and this monster face up on this field. Or on the field. Okay, I guess. And then for level 4, we have Marionetter. Just Marionetter, so if we want to make Greg Veron, we need to use Marionetter plus Fifinalag. Okay, I guess. So, moving on. We have Altergeist, Silquatus, Quick Effect. You can return one other Altergeist card you control to the hand, then target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Quick Effect. This card is sent from the field to the graveyard. You can target one Altergeist trap in your graveyard. Add that card to your hand. Card once returns on this. Seems okay, I guess. Meluseek. This card can attack directly. When this card inflicts spell damage to your opponent, you can target one card your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand, except for Meluseek. So, noticeably, these guys are all spellcasters, so Secret Village. Yep. And this is low enough level that you can actually Link Rebo this. So, yeah, I guess we'll grab that real quick. So far, we see no locks, so whatever. We'll figure it out, I suppose. Altergeist, Pixel. You can attribute this card. Excavate the top 3 cards of your deck. Add one excavated Altergeist card to your hand. Also send the rest to the graveyard. You can only use this effect of Altergeist Pixel once per turn. Oh, interesting idea I just had. So this card kinda trash, in my opinion, but if we have multi-faker effect, this locks us out of special summoning any monsters aside from Altergeist. So if we use this in a different way, we can use this with reasoning to send Backjack potentially, which is kind of cool to an extent, I guess. But Backjack only works with normal traps, and do we even have normal traps in this deck? Manifestation. Is that the only one? Camouflage. Okay. So probably not that great if we have only 2 normal traps. Target one Altergeist monster in your graveyard, special summon it in attack position, and if you do, equip it with this card. So we can summon Link monsters with this. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard. And target one Altergeist trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Seems like alright as a card, I guess. Camouflage. Target one Altergeist monster you control. Equip this card to it. Your opponent cannot target it for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. Negate an opponent's monster effect that activates by targeting the equipped monster. If an Altergeist card or cards you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So, noticeably, a lot of random destruction protection. Like, yeah, just period. But, yeah, it's not that generic. Like, Runic Spray generic, so that this is not as generic. Let's see. Pukari. An Altergeist monster you control would be used as link material for an Altergeist monster. This card in your hand can also be used as material. You can only use this effect of Altergeist Pukari once per turn. An Altergeist Link monster is linked summon to your field while this card is in your graveyard. You can add this card to your hand. You can only use this effect of Altergeist Pukari once per duel. So this effect is also hard once per turn, but that once per duel. So Pukari looks like maybe a 3 of. And then we have Hextia here. Let's see. Hextia. What does this do for us? Nothing. Gedolga, what do you do? Nothing. Why would we summon this? One other Altergeist monster. Prime Banshee. This isn't that easy to summon. Okay, seems to do nothing, huh? Altergeist Multifaker. If you activate a trap card except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Altergeist monster from your deck in defense position, except for Altergeist Multifaker. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect, except for Altergeist monsters. You can only use each effect of Altergeist Multifaker once per turn. So noticeably, if we were to use the Altergeist stuff for mostly turn 2 and not turn 1, that actually becomes somewhat doable because the only card that locks you for whatever reason is Multifaker. So that's somewhat interesting, I guess. Sure. But where's the value at? I guess let's break it down. We have a spell trap, negate. Is this once per turn? Wait, it's not once per turn? I mean, you'd only be able to point to one guy at a time, so you'd have to summon something else to Hextia Zone. I don't know if you can do that or not. Tribute one Altergeist monster this card points to, negate the activation, or if you do, destroy that card. And then if you were to do it again, right? We can put another guy to like this zone or this zone, then that would work, right? So if we were to tribute some of these guys, they do different things, right? But which one of these guys have a graveyard effect? Is it just Marionetter? Or what? No, Marionetter doesn't have that effect. Who has that effect? You can target one Altergeist trap in your graveyard, add that card to your hand. Nope, doesn't search. Oh, I see it's Meluseek. Meluseek searches. Because you kind of have to run multiple Meluseek, and then this will at least be able to add Multi-Faker. I guess. Sure. Then this adds an Altergeist trap in your graveyard. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, so it's not if it's sent to the graveyard, it's from field to graveyard specifically. And then this is basically useless. And then this one doesn't really do anything either. Wait, I missed one. Alert. So this can be used to make the Synchro Drake Virion as well. It's one of the two monsters we can use, being the only other level 4. When an Altergeist Link monster is link summoned to your field except during the damage step, you can target one other Link monster on the field. Special summon this card from your hands at the zone. That target points to. Also for the rest of this turn, that monster is also treated as an Altergeist monster. Wait, what? Huh? That Link monster? What? Target one other Link monster on the field. Special summon this card from your hand to your zone that target points to. Also for the rest of this turn, that monster is also treated as an Altergeist monster. Wait, these are Altergeist monsters, right? What? I guess we can do that to Link Rebo, maybe, but like, these don't point up. Yeah, that's not useful. What? I don't get it. I guess unless we summon back, like, maybe Link Rebo with its, like, effect, and then we do this effect to turn it into an Altergeist, but then it's like, we can't activate Multi-Faker anyways, because we summoned, like, Link Rebo, who's a Cyberse. Huh? Very big question mark moment. What? Alright, I guess, and then this doesn't have a send to graveyard effect. This is just an Altergeist card. This happens on attack declaration as well, so it doesn't have that lovely damage step protection. So that's a shame, I guess. Not that this works against like Appaloosa or like a Baron to begin with, but boy is that a shame. Not sure how this card is like playable at all. Might be funny as a one-off, but that's about it, I guess. And then oh wait, this is this is a level 4 as well. I guess we can also use that to make Drag Varion. Oh, so I guess you can special summon Drag Varion back. So that's like 2 spell trap negates with Hextia. Could be worse, I guess, yeah. Contribute one other Altergeist monster, special summon an Altergeist monster from your deck to your zone this card points to. So you can use this to summon Multi-Faker, I guess, and then Multi-Faker can summon another Altergeist. So I guess the good thing is you have like a response for like every single deck type or card type. So monsters, spells, traps, you have something for like every single one. Don't really know so much about the consistency on that, though. Seems a little suspicious. Not very, not very like intuitive to look at this. Hmm. So this is activate a trap card, period. So that's be activation, so can it be effect? So if we have just a copy of protocol and we activate protocol's other effect here, that does not trigger multi-faker, I guess, right? Because it says specifically you activate a trap card, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then can we put this card back in our hand somehow? I think there was a way to do that, right? It would be Silquatus. So we do Silquatus effect to return that to the hand, target one card our opponent controls, return it to the hand. So this is going to return Multi-Faker to the hand so we can special summon it later with by triggering like whatever. Doesn't super matter. Okay. How did we get Multi-Faker and Marionetta on the field? Or Silquatus, whatever. We would have had to activate Silquatus, or special summon Silquatus by special summoning Multi-Faker, then we Silquatus return Multi-Faker. So first step is getting Multi-Faker into Multi-Faker. You have to open Multi-Faker, I guess. Before that, let's say we want to activate a trap. So the best two card that we could hope for, I guess, is Marionetta with Multi-Faker, so we can Marionetta. Set Haunted Rock. This only sets from deck though, so I think you might want to run sadly 2 copies of Haunted Rock then. Geo Moment. When this card is activated, send one Altergeist monster from your hand to the graveyard. I see, so you need a magical like 3rd Altergeist. Okay, whatever. You can target one Altergeist card you control and one Altergeist monster in your graveyard. Send that card on the field to the graveyard. Oh, never mind. We can send Multi-Faker off this still, and then we'll just send Haunted Rock, this special summon Multi-Faker to summon Silquatus. Cool. Let's throw in one more copy of Silquatus, I guess. When your opponent activates a trap card, you can send one Altergeist monster from your hand to the graveyard. Negate that effect, and if you destroy that card. Where exactly do we build hand advantage? So we actually have cards to send off of these. So noticeably, like for Haunted Rock, but where exactly do I get these Altergeist monsters? I guess it has to be with Hextia and Meluseek. Sure. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. So I guess Multi-Faker could also summon Meluseek to add another copy of Multi-Faker, and then we can make Hextia, and that'll give us an Altergeist card. When we summon it, well, Link summon it away into, like, I don't know. Dolgo seems useless, so right, Banshee. Yeah, guess we make Banshee. Sure. Well, probably makes a little bit more sense whenever you play it, but also not that many cards, huh? This makes your Altergeist traps not targetable or destructible, and then I have no idea what any of these do. Oh, okay, I guess. Dragvirion. You can just use this as tribute fodder, I guess. Return Altergeist monster you control to the hand. I mean, sure. Just run 2 of each, I guess. And then figure out the rest. Maybe one of these guys we only truly need them as a one-off, but Yeah, there aren't even that many Altergeist cards to begin with. So, camouflage. Does this do anything for us? Nope. Failover. If another card you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, which summon one Altergeist monster from your hand. That doesn't seem very good. Then we have camouflage. Doesn't really do anything. Where's the one that summoned? Manifestation. Target one Altergeist monster in your graveyard. Special summon in attack position. And if you do, equip it with this card. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. You banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Altergeist trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Wait, what? Wait a second. Attribute on this is dark. Are these all dark? No, this is earth, water, fire. It's kind of all over the place, huh? What is Meluseek? It's a water. Why, of course. You can play this with Snake Eye. So, are any of these effects good? Only specifically Meluseek, I think, is kind of good. Aside from that, I don't think anything would really be easy to access. But basic idea is that with the effect of Flambridge, we can actually put Meluseek into the spell trap zone, and then we can send it off of a different effect. And that should count. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add an Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand. How do we get Meluseek into the hand? Don't ask me that question. I don't have a good answer for that, but yeah. I guess that's all I got here. I'm not sure. Like, look at these cards, I'm just very confused. So I might have to actually build this deck and test it before I can actually figure out how to make this deck feel like even remotely playable. If we just go ahead and let's just throw in some hand traps for the time being, so we go like 3 of loss, followed by whatever. Imperm. Yeah, I guess Imperm's good at least, right? We can activate Imperm first turn, and then we can go activate Multi-Faker effect to summon copy of what's his face? Silquitus, and then Silquitus can return a card our opponent controls, and then that's useful. I guess. This is only on special summon, right? Oh, this has no normal summon effect. The hell? I don't know how to feel about that. I guess I'll just throw in 2 copies of Salt and Judgment for the time being. Doesn't super matter what we put in here. Judgment! Yay. Okay. Draw 5. Fukuri. Infinite Impermanence. Altergeist Haunted Rock. Protocol. Spoofing. If an Altergeist monster could only be used as link material for an Altergeist monster, so. Alright. That doesn't do much. We have Spoofing and Protocol. So at least we can grab Multi-Faker here with Spoofing. So Spoofing seems pretty key, so you'd probably want to play 3 copies of Spoofing, actually. Alright. No choice. Oh, wait. I mixed up the art. Okay, never mind. We had 3 copies in here. Like, did we just draw the same hand or what? What? Huh? Okay. Protocol. Wow, this is a really crappy monster negate, huh? Also, since this is when your opponent activates a monster effect, can I flip this over like in chains or something? Like let's say our opponent is just on I don't know, Sword Soul. normal summon Moyi. If normal summon Moyi, can I actually activate Protocol and then enchain to Moyi effect to negate Moyi effect, assuming I have like Pukuri on the field? Yeah, can I do that? And then will I be able to negate it, or do I have to activate this beforehand and just wait for my opponent to normal summon Moyi or something? Is that how that goes? We also have Camouflage, so it can't be run over, so that's great, I guess. And then Altergeist Manifestation, and summon it back. That's fine. Speaking of which, now that I think about it, these cards are all hard ones per turn, and they're not easy to search. So, you want to run them as like 3-ofs, despite technically not really wanting them necessarily. They're kind of iffy, right? What do I do if I draw like 3 copies of Manifestation when they're all hard ones per turn? And also, I need like another effect to trigger like Manifestation. Hmm. Just don't think about it too much, I suppose. So, Protocol, Haunted Rock, and we have Camouflage. So here, I mean, we can still normal summon Meluseek, link out for Link Rebo, and then we can grab Multi-Faker, and then we can activate like Protocol. We cannot activate Haunted Rock here, huh? If we activate Haunted Rock, that'll force us to send Multi-Faker. Well, that's not useful, is it? Hmm. Wow. Okay. So, Meluseek effect, add Multi-Faker, we Multi-Faker special summon Silkwatus. This only targets one card your opponent controls if our opponent doesn't control anything. Multi-Faker is just on the field, I guess. And then what can we do next? Wait, if our opponent literally doesn't play the game, can we not do anything? We drew Pukri, so we can play. So, like, assuming we draw, like, Ash Blossom, Joe Spring, right? So, you know, a lot of decks usually have some follow-up plays inherently. What do we have here? We have Protocol. Send one other face-up Altergeist card you control to trigger negate the activation if you destroy it. So that doesn't do anything. Haunted Rock. Nothing. If we send Multi-Faker to the graveyard, it does nothing. If we send Silkwatus, target one Altergeist trap in your graveyard. Even if we add back Camouflage, what does this do exactly? Oh my god, this deck is awful. How do I have 5 cards in hand, like 4 being like somewhat engine, and having absolutely no play? You're telling me, literally, if we do Multi-Faker, summon Silkwatus, you can play around your opponent from plussing off of Multi-Faker? Because, I mean, honestly, like, what damage are they going to deal? 1,200? 800? That does nothing. Also, what's this do? If this inflicts battle damage, you attack one card your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. If our opponent controls nothing, though, what are we going to do? Deal 500, pass? Can't even return Multi-Faker to the hand. Is there anything that returns Multi-Faker to the hand? Nope. Spoofing doesn't do that, right? From face-up field. This is close enough that might work, actually. And then this adds Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand, so it can add Multi-Faker after returning Multi-Faker. So I guess that's the combo. You want to get Spoofing plus Multi-Faker. We can't search Spoofing, though. Not unless we send, like, Hextia. Or if we normal summon Marionetter. I guess that works. I'm not sure if this is activate a trap card. Like, does this mean effect? If this means effect, it's even worse. Then, if we do this, this just puts Multi-Faker from field to the hand. Wow. All right. I'm just kind of like just speechless here. So yeah. I gotta figure out the rulings on this because apparently you have to figure out rulings on this, and also the cards here look kind of mid, kind of like not consistent. I don't know if there's anything that really boosts the consistency for this. I mean, you can put in like pot of pros, pot of extrav for this, but I don't really want to like extrav because I might get rid of like all my copies of Hexdia, so that could hurt. But I mean, if you don't, you're having a good time, I suppose. So yeah, I guess that's all I got for you guys today. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.